There is a new jewelry store in downtown Grand Rapids, but they're offering a lot more than just jewelry pieces. They're offering a lot of unique opportunities for folks in our community. I'm joined here in studio tonight by Amy Peterson. She's the co-founder and CEO of Rebel Nell. That is the name of the new jewelry store. Amy, thanks so much for being here. This is not your first store. You have a couple of locations on the other side of the state, but this is the first one here in Grand Rapids, which is really exciting. I know you've actually got some of your jewelry on tonight, which is so cool. We've got some pictures we're going to show. Tell me a little bit about bringing your business here to the other side. What kind of inspired that?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited for Rebel Nell to be here. This is our first time having a location outside of Metro Detroit.
Yeah.
And we want to just bring what we do to the West Side, who just has such a passion for art and storytelling and innovation. So this is a logical next step for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it is a jewelry store. You guys offer beautiful pieces that we will show here in a moment, but it's a lot more than that. The materials you guys use are really interesting, and the opportunities that you offer are so special. So tell me a little bit about sort of both of those aspects of the business.
Sure. So we are a social enterprise. We exist to provide employment for women who are transitioning out of shelter living. They make and design every single piece, but what makes our products really one of a kind is they're all made from repurposed materials, such as fallen street art, iconic Michigan stadiums. So we have stuff from when the Lions played at Briggs Stadium, from Comerica Park. Really connecting people, place, and purpose is what we do, and finding the beauty that's already out there versus, you know, digging into the earth.
Using what's already been there, which is so cool.
It has memories that we're preserving. So
yeah, and we're taking a look here at some of those pieces up close. I mean, and you wouldn't, you know, when you say, you know, stadium or graffiti, you might think, oh man, what are we talking about here? But it's such beautiful pieces, you know, because it's just little snippets of that. But like you said, repurposed in such a beautiful way. What really struck me about what you guys do is what you mentioned. You know, the women who are creating this jewelry and working, you know, through this business, you know, have had a difficult time in the past. And you're providing them this opportunity, you know, to succeed and thrive and work through whatever they've dealt with. What inspires that? I mean, it's just such an awesome message and motive.
Yeah, I used to work in the sports industry. I used to work for the Detroit Tigers, and I was living right next door to a well-known shelter in the Detroit area. So I got to know these women, hear their stories, how they left challenging situations in search of better opportunities, not only for themselves, but for their family. And I just decided, you know, I want to create a company that was dedicated to uplifting and empowering them. So it's not only they get full-time jobs, but there's also supportive services that we work with them on to make sure that they transitioned to the traditional workplace or tackle a lot of the barriers that have been prohibitive in the past while they have a place to come and work.
Yeah, because it can be so challenging if you do spend time in a shelter to, you know, pick yourself back up and, you know, work through what you've dealt with in the past and really find that success. And you're enabling that to be, you know, not easy, but, you know, a pathway.
Yeah,
is a great
we're
way
like
to describe
that beautiful transitional
stepping
employer.
stone,
exactly.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. Okay, so you guys are right in the heart of downtown. You're right on Monroe Center Avenue, and you guys just opened a couple of weeks ago, right?
We opened right at the end of October. We're at right next door to Madcap, so perfect, centrally located. We have stuff for everybody, so it's jewelry, but we also have stuff for men, and it's like the perfect holiday gift because it's meaningful, it's impactful. We also are like a community hub, so we want to host your event. If you have a networking event or you're looking for a place to host an event, think of us. We also offer mural making, so they're great for team buildings or workshops. If you're looking for something to do, we can come to your organization, or you can do it offsite and come to ours. So we're so excited to be here in this community that has just welcomed us with open arms.
Oh my gosh, so cool, so cool. As far as, you know, expanding to the other side of the state, you know, just expanding upon what you guys were doing in the Detroit area, how exciting is it? I mean, now you're really all over the state of Michigan, you know, and I'm sure there'll only be more, you know, locations in the future, but, you know, to really have a presence all over and be such a Michigan-focused business. You know, what does that mean to you?
I mean, this is amazing, and this is one of the things that I dreamed of when I started the company 12 years ago, and what would that look like? This is certainly like putting your big girl pants on moment, being an entrepreneur, taking these big risks, taking these giant leaps of faith, trusting that, you know, I'm so passionate and I love my business so much, and, you know, you hope that other people love it as much as I do, and so far it's been awesome to be over here.
And if anyone's watching right now and they're hearing about, you know, the great opportunities you provide for women in the community, and they're wondering if they could potentially be a part of that in any way, what does that look like for you guys?
Yeah, we're still hiring primarily on the Detroit shelters as we get our bearings here in Grand Rapids. We're hoping in the next year that we're able to bring more people in from a retail training perspective. That's going to be next phase for us. But right now, even from like a fundraising perspective, that's another great opportunity that we are going to have where people can come in and do shopping fundraisers for local nonprofits. So that's another way that we want to give back to this community as well.
Well, you guys are just getting started, so I can't wait to see where it goes. Thank you so much for coming in and talking with us.
Thank you.
I so appreciate it. Again, you can find Rebel Nell right in the heart of downtown Grand Rapids, right next to Madcap. We're going to take a quick